my name is Jennifer Shahood, and I am Miss Arab USA 2010. And I'm here to talk to you guys about what are the appropriate outfits and what you should be looking for when picking your outfits for the Miss Arab USA pageant. So let's start from the beginning. Casual outfits. Length. Keep length always in mind. Now the judges panel is always below the actual stage. So what you want to keep in mind is making sure you don't show a little bit too much from the bottom, maybe add 2 inches of what you would normally wear. So that way you make sure that there are no slip-ups because the audience and the judges are sitting below you. National costume. Now what does it mean? National origin costume. Please make sure that whatever costume you are picking, it is representing the country that you are representing. The last thing you want to do is be wearing a Palestinian costume and representing Iraq or Egypt. Ask your parents, ask your grandparents, they're going to know what's best. So make sure you pick something that is representing exactly what your country represents. Another thing you want to keep in mind is the shoes for the national origin. Make sure that they're comfortable. Make sure that your costume is always a little bit, flowy. Some are tight, some are long, some are short. So make sure that you're picking the right shoes for those too. Now speaking of shoes, pick a pair that you know you are confident and you can walk in without any hiccups. Whether it's 4 inches or whether it's 6-inch heels, some people just feel a little bit more comfortable in something else. Wedges, skinny heels, thicker heels. Make sure that whatever it is, you can walk in them. Practice, practice, practice. Put those heels on, walk around your house. See how you feel in them, and make sure you break them in. Don't wear a new pair of shoes on the night of the pageant. Any girl knows that you need to break in a good pair of heels. And then there's your gown segment. Now this is where it gets a little bit complicated, and girls wonder, well, what can I wear for the gown segment? Anything you want. It can be tight, it can be mermaid, it can be ball gown. As long as it is representing your personality, that's all you need to worry about. Now there are some things that you want to make sure with, such as slits. Some slits in dresses are beautiful. Some slits in dresses are really high, and make sure you keep in mind the judges in the audience are sitting below you. So you don't want any peekaboo accidents happening when you're on stage. So if it's a little bit high, take it to alterations lady and get it, closed up maybe about 1 inch or 2. That way it can fit you better and you can be more comfortable to move around with it, twirl, and you don't have to worry about any accidents. Now floor length dresses. Make sure that the dress is altered with your heels that you're going to be wearing the night of the pageant so that the dress sits perfectly right along the floor. You don't want anything to drag, you don't want to be holding up your dress so that it's not pulling on the ground, and you want to make sure that your heels don't get caught in it when you're walking either. So alterations is a great thing for you to do. Now, we all, worry about, well, what if it's too low cut in the front? What if it's really low? What if it's a little bit tube top? Tube tops, halters, sweetheart cuts are all acceptable. The only thing you want to be aware of is when your dress has a deep slit in the front, you want to make sure that it doesn't go down too low. Now remember, you are in the Miss Arab USA pageant, and you want to represent yourself, your country, and your family as best that you can. So nothing a little bit too low, and nothing that's going to be very open and wide. I mean, I know celebrities do it and they look great and they pull it off and they're hot, but it's not for everybody. So in this pageant, we just like to make sure that you look your best and you are representing the organization and yourself as best as you can. So nothing that's going to be too open. Now as far as your back goes, right? Some girls like to have like open back dress. That's completely fine. If your dress is open back, see-through, mesh, lace in the back, you're completely fine. Really, the only thing you have to worry about is making sure it's not a little bit too low cut in the front, and then you'll be good. And those are my tips on what you should wear for the Miss Arab USA pageant.